Gilson joins us now with a look at weather. Pretty breezy outside.
Yeah, the winds here in the metro sustained around 20 miles per hour, so you're going to feel the chill in the air when you step outside. But it's going to be a mild afternoon. Temperatures climbing above average, but not as warm as you remember on your Thursday or Wednesday. It's going to be slightly cooler for today, and it will be breezy to windy, not only for this afternoon, but also as we head into your Saturday and Sunday, because some big changes are on the way as we head into the weekend. And behind a storm system that could produce some rain and snow in parts of New Mexico, we're going to see temperatures drop off, some of the coolest air that we haven't felt since May of earlier this year. So it's been a while, but the cooler air is going to make a return to New Mexico. Right now, stepping out the door, not too bad. Middle 50s here in Albuquerque, 46 in Grants, 42 in Santa Fe, at freezing though in Las Vegas. So it's much colder the farther north you get, starting out in the upper 20s in Taos. So you're going to have to bundle up in places like Taos and Las Vegas. The lower 40s in Ruidoso. Still in the upper 50s right now in Las Cruces at 59, and it's 53 in Deming. There is a bit of a breeze out there. Basically, Albuquerque has the strongest wind right now, sustained out of the east at 20 miles per hour, a 13 mile per hour wind and Grants. So when you factor in that little bit of a wind, especially around the northern mountains, it makes it feel a bit colder out there. It feels like it's actually in the upper 30s in Santa Fe and the lower 40s and Grants. So again, the kids are going to need that jacket for this morning. By the afternoon though, not too bad. It'll feel pretty nice out there. Take a look at what's going on the satellite and radar. Seeing some clouds increasing from the west out of Arizona into western New Mexico. That's going to be the trend for this afternoon. We're going to see a little bit more in the way of cloud cover mixing in with the sunshine as the storm system approaches for tonight and also for your Saturday. The core of the system is still well off to our west-northwest and the eastern Pacific around Washington and Oregon, but this low pressure system will give us a pretty good shot for some hit or miss showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms for your Saturday and especially on Sunday. Most areas will be feeling the winds though for the weekend, and we'll talk more about that in just a second. But for today, Halloween, not looking too bad. Temperatures at average or slightly above average, slightly cooler in eastern New Mexico for this afternoon, feeling a little bit more like October. We'll draw in a little bit of moisture in western New Mexico, so that could trigger an isolated shower or thunderstorm in places like Gallup, Grant, down around the Gila into Silver City. We're not talking about a complete washout, but that chance for an isolated shower will be there. Looking pretty good for the trick-or-treaters throughout the night tonight. On your Saturday, a better shot for showers and thunderstorms around the Four Corners into southern Colorado. We could even see some high mountain snow in the San Juans of southern Colorado. The rest of us in Albuquerque and in southern New Mexico will be feeling the breezier conditions for tomorrow. Then those winds really get going on your Sunday as that area of low pressure that I mentioned earlier gets closer to New Mexico. We could have a thunderstorm or a shower here in Albuquerque. Most of the action, though, looks to be around the Four Corners, northern mountains into southern Colorado, and those winds cranking up, gets as high as 40 miles per hour in some locations by the second half of your weekend. So timing out the winds, beginning around 11 o'clock this morning, where you're seeing the blue, that's where we'll have breezy conditions in central and in western New Mexico. Winds about 15 to 25 miles per hour. Then around dinner time for the drive home from work or when you're taking the trick-or-treaters out later on tonight, it will be breezy in central and western New Mexico, again about 15 to 25 miles per hour. The winds come down a little bit during the overnight hours, then they go right back up on your Saturday morning into the evening tomorrow night. Same deal on your Sunday. Here's your extended forecast for southern Colorado. Partly sunny skies, winds out of the southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Clouds on the increase, temperatures into the upper 50s, lower 60s, then a pretty good shot for some showers and some mountain snow by Saturday and Sunday. Take a look at your high temperature on Sunday in Durango, a high of only 49 degrees. So that's that big cool down that I mentioned earlier. Upper 60s in Farmington, lower 70s in Gallup, 68 and Grants. Clouds increasing, a slight chance for an isolated shower. We'll continue with that shower chance for Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures falling off back into the 50s for highs for the beginning of next week in Farmington. Over to the southwest, partly cloudy skies, an isolated shower or thunderstorm. Upper 60s, lower 70s. We'll stay in the 70s for the weekend, then cooler air on the way for Tuesday and Wednesday. Over to Roswell, Carlsbad, Lovington, and Hobbs, middle to upper 60s to near 70 degrees. Chance for an isolated shower here. The bigger story this weekend in the southeast will be the breezy to windy conditions. And to the northeast, partly sunny, breezy, winds out of the south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Temperatures into the upper 50s, middle 60s, and then over to the northern mountains. Lower 60s in Santa Fe, 65 in Espanola with a mix of sun and clouds. Then much cooler air on the way for Monday. Only highs climbing into the lower 50s by the beginning of next week. And then into the east mountains, a mix of sun and clouds. Winds out of the southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And in the metro, topping out in the middle to upper 60s, lower 70s in some locations. So again, temperatures above average as we close out the month of October. Breezy for the weekend. Don't forget, we get that extra hour of sleep Saturday night. Not only do we get the candy, but the extra hour of sleep. Good time to also change the batteries and the fire alarms.
Sweet.
This
Good
weekend.
advice. Thank you, Mr. Gilson.